what changes can we anticipate in this new half?
As for the government, they released its new policy updates under the 2026 H2, so second half changes. We're going to walk you through them by category, first with the welfare, public health, and employment changes.
Well, I hear that there are changes to the childcare or parental leave policies.
Right, so parents can now use short-term leave, 단기 육아휴직, for young children who need care for illnesses, whether they're on vacation or those random bursts of no school days. So this is for parents who have children who are 8 years or younger. That's 만나이, so that would be second grade or younger. Effective not today, but from August 20th, you will be able to use your short-term parental leave.
Okay.
Also in terms of pay on parental leave, currently you need to actually be on longer parental leave, at least 30 days or more to get parental leave payments,
Yes.
육아휴직 급여, but this will be shortened to 1 or 2 week increments.
Oh, interesting. Well, what about for delayed wages?
Right, so now we're going to all workers. This is for when businesses go out of business or file for bankruptcy. Right now, workers in these cases are only entitled to up to 3 months of delayed or unpaid wages. That'll be expanded to cover 6 months. That's also going to go into effect from August. Also, employers, will receive harsher punishment for unpaid or delayed wages from the current potential punishment of up to 3 years in prison or under 30 million won in fines. Change that to 5 years in prison or under 50 million won in fines, effective from October 8th. The government is also going to expand free food and essential item services for those in need to all 229 municipal governments. Speaking of another bit of welfare, free sanitary napkins, so female hygienic products, will be made available for free across your local community centers, public libraries, clinics, family and youth centers for all women who need it.
Yes. Well, and this has been announced from earlier on, this KTX SRT merger.
The integrated app for all railway services will launch in August. Already, though, they are kind of semi-integrated. If you go on to the KTX or the SRT app, the
Yes.
train times will show for both trains.
Right.
In any case, from then on, you won't need to go to the separate apps, and you'll be able to get train tickets from 2 months prior to your travel date. Right now, it's 1 month.
And actually, the government announced yesterday that it is pulling the 2-day and 5-day driving restrictions.
And that starts today. So South Korea has lifted the 2-day driving and 5-day no driving system. That's due to it lowering the resource crisis warning for crude oil to level 2.
Yes.
This is amidst the MOU being signed between the U.S. and Iran. The industry ministry also lifted the crisis level for LNG, liquefied natural gas, with all changes effective as of midnight today, so they are in effect. Following the adjustment, the ministry will gradually lift other emergency supply measures like the crude oil swap system it has with private companies. However, for the ban on hoarding of raw materials for petrochemical products, that will remain in place beyond July.
This is regarding like a daredevil couple who got engaged at a very iconic landmark.
The Empire State
Yes.
Building. These people supposed to meet, or were proposed to on the roof that's open to public. Well, the
Look at the
latest
image. Oh
Empire
my
State
gosh.
Building engagement
Yes.
resulted in broken laws and arrests. That is the spire. It's not the roof, it's the pointy bit. Russian
Yes.
nationals Angela Nicolau, 33, and Ivan Birkus, 32, they climbed, scales to the top of the spire. Obviously not open, but this is called roof-topping.
Oh.
And that's apparently a
thing?
stunt that people do.
Yes.
And these two actually have done that in China and also in LA. Both wearing black clothing, they unfolded this black banner that said, "When the power of love beats the love of power, the world knows peace." That is actually a very meaningful quote.
That is.
Right, and then seemingly the man got down on one knee, proposal, and they kissed. And of course, they shared that moment on social media from the top of the spire.
And as romantic as that may have been, and so dangerous, my goodness, that is still very much against the law, I'm thinking.
Absolutely. So they actually face burglary charges, reckless endangerment, criminal mischief, and trespassing, as well as disorderly conduct. So
Yes.
a plate full of charges. And a spokesperson for the Empire State Building said that this unauthorized incident had posed no danger, thankfully, to the tenants, visitors, or guests on the actual observation deck.
Wow. So that is a proposal that will not be forgotten. We may see increased shark alerts
Yeah.
in the seas around Korea.
Dun.
That
Well,
one?
that
Wow.
song might be what some people think of when they think of summer, depending on what era you're raised in. And maybe the film Jaws, Steven
Yes.
Spielberg's classic, traumatized you for several years going into the open water. But over the weekend, there were actually reports of shark sightings around Gangneung, like our Gangneung in Korea. So a fishing boat reported a shark Saturday afternoon by Gyeongpo Beach and another by Anmok Beach. So Gangneung City issued an emergency alert asking swimmers to be careful.
Yes, and this may be happening more frequently this summer.
So this is like a weird good news, bad news kind of a deal because we are seeing, okay, this is always bad news, increased ocean temperatures, but that temporarily is leading to a greater catch of tuna, 참다랑어, around the seas of Korea.
Okay.
So according to reports in Gangwon, the catch of tuna came to 438 ton last month. That is a tenfold, 10 times increase in 5 years. But then bad news, so tuna's great.
We love tuna.
But guess who else likes tuna?
Oh, the sharks?
The sharks. And they always chase the food. And we're not just talking like tiny sharks, but great whites, blue sharks, and other larger sharks feed on tuna. So this is why experts are saying that this could, in turn, increase the population of sharks around the Korean peninsula.
Yes.
And coastal areas are therefore installing things like nets to prevent influx of harmful marine life, not only sharks, but jellyfish as well.
True.
But of course, this is happening as beaches are now open. So many municipalities have increased their lifeguards and they have more safety equipment on board.
Well, we're going to go to Japan for our next story where there is a whole trend of downsizing.
Yeah. Or minimizing. So Japan's Nikkei recently did a feature on how Japanese society is getting smaller, closer, and more intimate. And now this is a complex factor stemming from the quote-unquote lost 30 years after the whole economic bubble burst in the 1990s.
Yes.
So the smaller aspect goes to body size, so height and even body dimensions. Because the average height for a young Japanese man has actually been basically plateaued at the lower 170 centimeter range. So the average height for an 18-year-old in Japan, male, is smaller than the average height for a Korean 18-year-old male. Their daily caloric intake also has been going down as well, so their body shape definitely on the very slim side globally.
And they're also applying this kind of less is more concept to social relationships.
Right, so a recent social survey showed that more people feel comfortable around people of the same gender. And a lot of young people pointed to their moms as the person that they go to the most for advice rather than friends or superiors at work.
Interesting.
And spaces too. So smaller apartments and living spaces and these one-person, the 혼밥 tables at restaurants are now very common.
Yes.
So this report said that downsizing isn't just a change in lifestyle, but a new standard in society where economic downturn or stagnation, these have become the norm.
Interesting. Well, thanks for reporting on this one. We're going to call it a wrap on all the Woggly news. Thank you, Haley.
Have a great day.